Coach, you're getting a second look at Purdue Tuesday night in the Bryce Jordan Center. What did you learn from that first game that you're going to take into this game?
Well, I mean, we learned that A.J. Hammonds is a serious threat in the middle. You and I were talking about prior to this, but he's an extreme talent. Someone we got to force him into tough shots, try to get him off the block. He created a lot of problems with us, even in our zone. He was able to seal our back men. So defensively, we got to play much more together. They set some good ball screens, and you got to try to keep Ronnie Johnson, the left-handed freshman, from getting downhill a lot. We did a good job against DJ Bird in the first matchup until the second half. He got a couple transition threes, which got him going a little bit. But they like to do that. They like to get out and run. They like to get easy buckets. And if we could prevent that, I think, force them into some half-court offense, I think we could fare pretty well tomorrow night.
You've been doing a good job post-defense-wise, holding some of the elite scorers in the conference. What's been the key to that you're going to carry over into tomorrow?
It's just playing together. It's not just the one guy guarding in the post. It's a lot of ball pressure on the ball that prevents easy looks and post feeds. And what it also does is, if we got good ball pressure on the perimeter, it might force them to throw the pass a little bit further out than they want to, so it prevents them from catching it deep seals, which is important. And when we do blitz the post or double team the post, we have to come hard and together, and everybody's got to step up. So I think it's been a good team effort on defense, which has prevented some of the high-profile players that we played recently to get off a little bit. So we've executed our game plan defensively pretty well.
When you look at the first Purdue game, obviously the shooting percentage stands out on the offensive end of the floor. Were you getting the shots that you wanted to? Even though when you see that percentage, were you getting the shots that you wanted?
We were. It's funny, if you're watching the film, we missed a lot of easy buckets. We missed a lot of layups. Guys like Jermaine Marshall and DJ getting into the paint and getting 7-10 foot jumpers. Those are good shots for us. Those are shots that we'll take every time. Just on the road. Great atmosphere at Purdue. They just weren't able to knock those shots down. But we feel confident that, with the extra effort these guys have been putting in and continuing to get extra shots up and continuing to try to work on things that they're familiar with in the game. When we say that, that means work on the shots that you're going to get in the game. And those are 15-foot floaters. Those are, drive and space opportunities. And we feel pretty good about the shots that we got, and hopefully we continue to get those shots at home, and we feel good about our shooting percentage at home.
DJ's been talking a lot about the spacing is so much better on offense, more room to operate. What does that enable you to do?
Well, I mean, it creates a lot more space for him to get downhill, him and Jermaine to get downhill, and if the defense helps, well, we get a few more easy looks at threes. I think sometimes when your spacing is a little too bunched up, there are no driving lanes. So if there are no driving lanes, we don't get any easy attacks to the rim, and the defense doesn't have to rotate. So our kickouts don't equal open threes. So I think with the more spacing we have, the more dangerous DJ Newbill and Jermaine Marshall are at getting to the rim. And as a result, defense has to sink in a little bit more, which creates more opportunities on the perimeter for threes for Brandon Taylor, for Nick Colella. So I think we do a much better job recently of that, and we do a really good job of that at home.
Keys to the game against Purdue?
You know what? It's keeping them off the offensive glass. They do a great job on the offensive board, so we got to prevent no second chance opportunities, which was a problem for us against Iowa. We have to prevent them from getting easy buckets in transition. That's what they like to do. They love to get up and down the floor. And if we can prevent them from getting easy transition threes and buckets and make them have to work in the half court, we feel pretty good about holding them to a low score. And as a result, if you get stops, maybe we can get some easy buckets on the other end, some of our own transition buckets, which we've been struggling to get in recent games.
Coach, good luck.
Thanks so much.